Welcome to a new season of Super 1 Karting here on Motors TV, supported by our new sponsors Stevenage Sheet Metal. With drivers from 8 years of age, the Super 1 Series is in its 31st season. And if you're a fan of Formula 1, Super 1 Karting is where Formula 1 world champions are born. This programme features the MSA TKM series featuring the official MSA British Championship Cadet class for drivers from 9 years of age, that's Army Cadet, the low-cost junior and senior classes, Junior TKM and TKM Extreme, together with KGP featuring the record-breaking six-time British champion Mark Litchfield and another legend of the sport, a 41-year-old who won the World Championship title at the end of 2013, local favourite Bobby Game, and the official MSA Senior British Championship class featuring the fastest karts in the sport, the sequential gearbox KZ1 category, with some new names in the class this year trying to tame the monsters, where missing a gear can cost you a second or more in one corner, not just a tenth. Let's stick with tradition and have a look at who I think will be the ones to watch in each class this season. In Army Cadet, I picked Johnny Edgar in 2007 when he was just 3 years of age to be British champion in the cadet class in 2014. Now 10 years of age this year, and with 2 seasons of top flight racing behind him, including wins in this series and a British Open title last year, Johnny Edgar is my tip to take the title this season. However, and it's a big however, he finished 6th in last year's championship, and drivers who finished 3rd, 4th and 5th are still in the class this year, making him only 4th favourite with some bookmakers. Tom Wood went to the final round last year still in with a chance of the title, but came up 2 places short in the end. That experience will make him even better this year though, and he could be the one to beat if Edgar is to succeed in making my 7-year-old prediction come true. Teddy Wilson, 4th overall last season, had a great end to 2013 and will be looking to spoil the Wood-Edgar party. One guy that could put them all to the sword though could be the only one of the 4 with a Super 1 title already in his pocket. Cian Jewis dominated the 4-stroke Honda Cadet class last season whilst also racing in this Army 2-stroke class for the first time. He acquitted himself well, coming 5th in this last year, and has all the tools to make the other top seeds very miserable. I'm going with Edgar, but this is one of the most competitive classes we will see in 2014. In Junior TKM, Alex Forward was thinking of ditching his potential final year as a junior to move into the KGP Senior category this season. But after taking excellent advice from an extremely knowledgeable and handsome gentleman, that's me, he's made the correct decision and stayed in the Junior TKM class for his final junior year. You are a senior for the rest of your life once you move up, but can only race as a junior whilst your age allows you to do so. And Alex Forward has a great opportunity to win a British title as a junior this year. However, others are circling, and not least the young man I think everyone has to beat in 2014, Dino Lee. Dino suffered the worst possible family tragedy in 2013 when his father Kevin was murdered in a callous and senseless act of violence that became national news headlines. His father may no longer be at his side, but this young man has since showed that his talent, desire and determination are something his father would be justifiably proud of, and if he wins this Super 1 series this year, it will arguably be one of the most popular wins in the history of the sport. That is, unless you are Alex Forward or indeed Kyle Hornby. Hornby, a rookie last year racing in Dean Goldberg's DSG team, the same team as Alex Forward races in, showed a remarkable set of skills, putting him firmly on my radar. I said after Glanigorse Park last year that he will become a Super 1 champion at some point, and I stand by that prediction. However, to win the title in this class this year, someone has to finish ahead of Dino Lee, and for me, I'm not convinced anyone will. In TKM Extreme, the top seed this year is a karting legend. Well, he is if you've been a Manchester and Buxton Kart Club regular over the past 10 years anyway. Paul Monks made his Super 1 breakthrough last year at Glannygorse Park with 2 wins and finished the season 5th overall. The 5 plate makes him the top seed and potentially the bookmakers' favourite this season. You're probably getting the impression by now, though, that there is always a however, and this time it's Joe Forsdyke, the current British Open champion. Look for him to provide Monks with a stiff challenge, and look out for the new TKM Works driver Matt England, who won that package after a series of great performances in the TKM Clubman Series last year. With factory support, he will be keen to impress the TKM boss, Alan Turney, and I expect him to do just that. In KGP, a smaller grid this year than we've seen for the past few seasons, but the top-end quality features the 6-time British champion Mark Litchfield and the local legend Bobby Game. Now, in a sport where many drivers are leaving to race cars at the age of 14, and why on earth would you want to do that, I ask? Bobby Game is bucking the trend, coming back into the sport a few seasons ago and finishing as vice-champion in this class for the last 2 years, racing against drivers younger than his own children, I have to say. He completed a magical return at the end of 2013 by winning the KGP World Championship title. At the age of 41, I know he's 41 because his mum told me, it was a truly remarkable achievement. He's now 42. Can he go one better in the British Championship this year? Mark Litchfield says no. But for me, it's game time. In KZ1, the official British Championship senior class, a few new faces have signed up to take on the meanest karts on the planet. The junior world champion of just 2 seasons ago, Henry Easthope, was 3rd overall last year, and with the gearbox expert Andy Fairless in his corner, he will be looking to go 2 better this season. However, look for the 25 kart with Scott Allen behind the wheel. For me, he is the one they will all have to beat in 2014, and I'm tipping him to add the senior gearbox title to his junior gearbox title he won back in 2004. Last year's TKM Extreme champion is moving into the KZ1 class after a tryout at the end of last season. And as proves the case with so many who find this class addictive, well, Van Es seems to have fallen prey to the gearbox drug. He's already said it's a massive learning curve, but he's loving the challenge and proving that once you move into a KZ1 kart, a bit like a one-nighter with Scarlett Johansson, everything else is just second best. I'm predicting that in the next few years this class is going to become one of the more popular senior categories and attract the country's top karting talent to see what all the fuss is about. Super 1 has a proud tradition of producing some of the world's leading motorsport talent, including drivers in Formula 1. Earlier though, I spoke to some of the rookie dads and drivers about their first race in Super 1 this weekend. What would be a good result for you this year?
Near the front.
Top 20, we're really happy. That's all we're sort of expecting, really, just to be relatively competitive, somewhere on the pace. But anywhere in the top 20, I think we're going to be more than happy.
I'm hoping for a top 15 at least, or top 20 around.
Top rookie, that'd be good enough. Good.
Okay, your dad's here as well. Glenn, I think it is, isn't it? Glenn, why Super 1? What's brought you into Super 1 this year?
We've been doing club level racing for a couple of years now, and he got to the front at club level. Couldn't really take that any further, so decided to put him against the national drivers and see how we can compare against those guys.
It's the pinnacle of the sport in karting. I've been involved in motorsport since the 80s with stock cars and motorbike racing. I've developed an interest in karting 2 years ago now, so we went and had a play about, and we came to MSA last year, did LGM, had some reasonable results, but learning the trade, because then it was a rookie year effectively in MSA racing. She set some good times, lap records, fastest laps, certainly at PFI and Rara, which was very, very impressive for us. And current lap record holder at Fullbeck, which is a little feather in the cap for a girl as well, and to take on the boys. That's us really.
I've been doing LGM last year and I got 14th in there, and this year I'm hopefully for winning Super 1. And there's a lot of top boys to beat, and Super 1's the thing to be in, to be honest.
We started off in the little club meetings, etc. Worked our way through. We ran at Trent Valley and a lot of the major clubs around the UK. Went into LGM last year. We did really well as a privateer, and we've always been privateers. This year we thought we'd have a go at Super 1 and mix it with the big boys and the main teams. So we've come into Eclipse. We found it quite valuable, the information we're getting, driver coaching, and really at the end of the day it's just trying to get as high up and as best as we can with the facilities behind us and the backup that we can get.
Let's have a quick look at the circuits we're visiting this year. We start off at Shennington before the trip up to Rowrah in Cumbria, then we're down to Glanigorse Park in North Wales. We're back up north to Larkhall in Scotland for round 4, down south to Little Rissington for the first time in the Super 1 series, and we finish off at PF International. We start here at Shennington though. Let's have a quick look at the track through the start-finish line. The first turn is Park Bend. Right-hander there is Cafe Corner. Pitts Bend is the left-hander. Up the Stratford straight into the Stratford hairpin. Back down runway into the Bruno Ferrari chicane. That leads us out onto the Hanger Straight. Overtaking opportunity into the right-hander at Hanger Bend, into Wilkins, and then left-handed across the start-finish line. We'll be getting underway with the racing right after the break. It's the KGP class up first, featuring 2 world champions. Don't miss it.